We're easy here.
You're easy. By the way, guys.
Give us your
Coach,
thoughts.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
Just give us your thoughts on tonight's game. A little frustrating right at the very end, but you had a nice run going there for most of the way through.
We did, and I'm real pleased the fact that we try to talk about one of the things that we're trying to look to do is put money in the bank. When you build a lead, it's a deposit. It's a deposit. You know the team is going to make their run sooner or later. I mean, it'd be nice to have a 10, 12-point lead and win by 20, but the reality is they come, they tap, they double, and they gamble, and they got some, and we just had some real breakdowns. As I mentioned on the radio before coming up here, it's still a test to learn how to play ahead. We haven't had a season last year where we were ahead 20 games. It was a season that we only had 10 or 12, 14 games. So learning how to play ahead is as difficult as learning how to catch up and take the lead. So we've got to learn on that. And as you saw, same thing, we had patient positive with our guard play and getting the development of having Drake Yu and Chris O'Brien step up. Finally knock down some shots, get more comfortable. We said from day one it's probably going to take 4 to 5 games for guys that sat out the previous year to get comfortable, as well as getting freshmen to feel comfortable. And Malik Love went on a run there, got some post-up play for us, got some transition baskets for us. So the 3 people that really haven't played college basketball recently were really major contributors at the right time.
I got her.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Thanks.
Congrats.
I was going to ask you about Sac State then coming up. What do you expect out of this team Saturday, and what do you guys need to do to be a little bit more prepared for this next one?
Well, to be quite honest, after a game like this, we don't have any. We have a lead scout, and so we have one coach that's already looked at 3 videotapes and has it, and he'll hand that to me in about 15 minutes, and then we'll start preparing for that. So, but the obvious part that we've got to continue to work on is we're still not pleased with our field goal shooting percentage. We are pleased with the fact that for the first time this season we had under 20 turnovers, and about 5 or 6 of those came in the last 5 minutes of the game. So we still got a ton of work to do. I think that it's pretty obvious if you look at the stats, you look at the team, you look at the year, our defense has kept us competitive. It's nice to be 2-2, 500. Last year where we started off 0-4, our defense wasn't where it is. So the carryover this year has been defensively. That's some of the basic fundamentals that we've really tried to put into the program is to control the defender and help and take the charge and rebound. I think we've done a really good job of that 4 straight games. And if we don't score enough points, we're not going to win. If we turn the ball over too much, we're not going to win. But going into Sac State, we've got to continue to improve our field goal shooting selection and then production at the same time.
Is it almost nicer to have the defense working really good right now, and then the offense will just come as the games come
Absolutely.
along?
You have no chance of being successful if you don't defend and rebound. And we're just going to hang in our hat on that. Last year, it took us, a month and a half to really become a defensive, conscientious team. And this team has started from day one. Even Chris O'Brien and Drake, as they struggled offensively, were very good defensively for us. And Malik Love has learned a lot about college defense, and he doesn't lunge as much and go for the steals, and his help side is much better, and he's able to dig the ball out. Sean Lewis and David Hanson and Will Donovan all improved from last year as far as adding more resistance and not getting beat on direct drives right away. So really pleased with where we're at there.
Hi, Coach Scott Sylvia with the Tribune.
Yeah.
Just wanted to ask you about Malik. I mean, guy was probably looking at a red shirt before all these injuries, and he's kind of thrust into the spotlight. And I'm sure he had his ups and downs in the first few games, but he played really strong today for the most part, and he had that run in the first half, which really seemed to be the difference in the first half. Just talk about his contribution tonight and how he's progressing as the year goes along.
The great part about Malik is he's very emotionally even. He's a very emotionally, he doesn't get very high, doesn't get, when he makes his plays, he doesn't celebrate, doesn't over-exaggerate anything. He never gets too disappointed. He's very coachable. He looks you in the eye every single day and every single play and every single edit and every single film session. And you look at his line as a like you mentioned, potentially a redshirt freshman point guard that was going to be a combo guard. Play some 2, play some 1, and now he's a starting point guard. And he goes and gets his 9 points and 3 assists and plays 34 minutes. And like I said, those 9 points came at a critical time where we were able to post them up. We got different types of baskets from him. We got transition baskets, we got post-up baskets, and he even took the nice perimeter shot. So that is critical for us to have that kind of contribution and growth. And that's what I think you're recognizing is a situation where we said guys that haven't played, it's going to take some time. You know, I wouldn't have been surprised if it took us another 2 weeks.
Right.
It's just a reality of the speed of the game. So it's fortunate to get back on our home court again. You know, get that W underneath our belt, build that confidence, and then go back on the road to Sac State, come back with another big game against Hawaii. So that'll be 6 games under our belt. I've always thought it's 4 to 5. It could be up to 8 to 9 for guys to kind of feel comfortable where it's like, I've been there. You know, continue to do it.
I know you're probably not really happy with the way the offense has been run for the most part, but are you ready to say that the defense is playing at the level that you want them to, or is there more that they need to improve on as well?
Well, I think that what we could do defensively is actually help us create some offense. I think that right now we're very good at getting stops, but we're not really good at getting stops that lead to baskets. As you saw a couple transition opportunities that we had when the ball was defended well and we had some active hands, we had a steal or a long rebound, a run-out opportunity. Still think we're like about 50% on cashing in on easy opportunities, getting to the free throw line, just playing too fast, getting our head over our feet and slipping. You know, just a situation we can't play too fast. Yet we've got to use our defense to get some offensive opportunities. So that's why I'd say the next step for us is to be able to make defense part of our initial offense.
Thank you very much.
Coach, what was it kind of like to see kind of even balance scoring across, to have contributions from everyone rather than just relying on the 3 main guys tonight?
Well, we don't win the game, obviously. If David Hansen goes 2 for 11 from the field and has 8 points, and Will Donahue goes 1 for 4 and has 5 points, we lose both those earlier games by 20 points, obviously. And then Sean Lewis was still able to get double figures for us, 11 and 5, and he had some foul trouble, 22 minutes of playing time, but was able to. So, I mean, without that, you know, we have no chance of winning the game. I think that was very timely, obviously, if we didn't have that. You know, we haven't been in a situation where we've been blown out. And that would have occurred tonight had we hadn't had the development of the team and those other guys stepping up.
Yeah, and like I said, it'd probably be a big, drastic improvement from last week when you guys last played here. Kind of is there something in practice maybe you saw from the guys this week that maybe something was starting to turn and you could see some of the development occurring?
Well, you know, I'd like to say, you know, it was great coaching, but it's just called reps. You know, sometimes you just can't get better until you're under the fire. You know, you've got to get the reps. You have to get game reps. You know, practicing and coaching are really important. You know, good practice habits, good fundamentals, good coaching, good game plan. Those are really important. But still, you need experience, and you've got to get on the court. And so I really don't think there was anything too magical. I don't think our offensive output was good, actually. I think it was actually still a very poor offensive output. But it was new guys contributing, and I think that's what we're all recognizing is some new people contributing to the offense, giving us a chance to win when even we're not producing. So what we really look forward to is a night where Hansen, Lewis, Donahue can contribute double figures, and then we have another 10 or 9 or 8 from, you know, the secondary scorers as well.
And then one last thing, kind of to help. You said learning how to play ahead. Does it help to all those inexperienced guys to go through the fire and kind of go through all that pressure getting thrown at you late in the game to where you can start learning how to win again and learning what it feels like to win?
All right, I mean, getting into that, you know, you can do all you want in practice. Show them where to cut, show them how to throw it, throw them how to, you know, here's the press break. But until, you know, if any of you ever golfed, I call the old scenario is, you know, you go to the driving range and you hit a couple of those nice balls and you get the first tee and there's 5, 10 people waiting to see the tee out. It's a different scenario. And when the other team's like real aggressive and real strong and behind by 10 and they're coming at you and they're trapping and they're knocking the ball loose and the crowd is in it and you're thinking, I don't want to lose. No, think about winning. You know, so we're in that position where we've got to go ahead and learn how to finish the game out. But you can't practice it. It's just one of those deals that you've got to get game experience. So, hallelujah, happy Thanksgiving. We got the game experience. We got a W. So, on the right side of the column, right? I guess that'd be the left side of the column, right? All right.